Bitcoin reached back towards its all time high this past week. But what happened? Why were we rejected? And why the heck aren't we in price discovery mode yet? Well, I'm just going to keep it 100% real with you guys. Nobody gives a shit, that's why. There's just so much other stuff going on in the world with Iran and Israel fighting each other and shooting missiles that apparently weren't took down by the Iron Dome this time for some reason. And now maybe Bitcoin has had this little bit of a sell off here over the past couple of days because of renewed fears of World War III. But this seems to happen like 4 or 5 times a year at this point, so I don't even know why people are scared. If there was World War III, like I've said many times in the past, it's going to be a nuclear holocaust, so Bitcoin won't even matter in the end. But if we do pull through and World War III is averted, then eventually this thing is just going to keep going up and to the right. So any kind of a dip based off of these fears is just a buying opportunity in my opinion. And with us seeing this bullish divergence here with the higher lows on the price and the lower lows here on the RSI, I think that hopefully this 50-day moving average is going to continue acting as support, and maybe we're going to continue to the upside here if there is some kind of a deal reached with Donald Trump and Iran on a nuclear deal, or any kind of a ceasefire or some kind of positive news comes out. If that doesn't happen and the tensions continue to escalate, or if some other kind of crazy bad thing happens, then maybe this is going to be a lower high right here, which could nullify this bullish divergence, and maybe we're going to break down below the 50 and the 200-day moving average and begin the bear market early. But nobody really knows what's going to happen. And to me, it seems like these geopolitical tensions are just going to be causing some short term swings in the meantime. But in the long term, we're probably waiting for some kind of crazy good news to send us parabolic, because we've been seeing governments and huge institutions, and even Donald Trump made a strategic Bitcoin reserve, but that still hasn't sent us parabolic or into price discovery mode. So it seems like something really huge is going to happen for us to actually start flying here. Until then, we might just continue consolidating and maybe inching a little bit higher slowly over time. But for us to see some kind of a huge decision, it's going to take some huge news. And like I said, nobody's even paying attention to crypto right now because there is so much other stuff going on. And it's going to take something astronomical to break through all of the other news articles and all of the other top headlines and bring the attention back to the crypto space. Don't believe me? Just search for crypto on Google News and you'll see there's really nothing going on. We've got Trump already being a crypto czar in 2024. Trump reports more than $600 million of income from crypto, golf, and licensing fees. And Shopify partners with Coinbase and Stripe in a landmark crypto or stablecoin deal. Honestly, who the hell gives a shit? Nobody, obviously, or else the price would be moving. Trump reporting more than $600 million of income from anything really isn't all that big of news because he's obviously a multi-billionaire. So this is just a drop in his bucket. And everybody already knows that Trump is trying to be pro crypto, but nothing is really happening. He's not actually putting out any kind of big help to the crypto space. He did do that strategic reserve, but it didn't even move the needle. And we're always seeing small companies. I mean, I know Shopify is not that small of a company, but nobody really cares about it. And they're partnering with Coinbase and Stripe. This is just par for the course at this point, honestly. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency technology have already gone mainstream and everybody already knows what it is, but people just think it's a scam. Either that or they think that Bitcoin is a good way to save money without actually losing money in a traditional savings account due to the government continuing to print money and devalue the dollar. What I'm saying is all of this stuff is basically within expectations, and we're going to have to see something that's totally unexpected come in to actually move this thing. And even these fears of World War III haven't been enough to push us any further down than we were like a week and a half ago. This is why I haven't been making any videos recently. There's just nothing to make a video about. Like you can see, the price is basically just going sideways. I mean, it's moving from 110,000 down to like 100,000, which is a $10,000 price swing. But in percentage, this is nothing, and it's just nothing to even worry about, honestly. We did see the 50-day moving average cross to the upside above the 200-day moving average back on May 23rd. And yeah, it's called a golden cross, but it's basically just an indicator that we were going to the upside before that happened. And a lot of times we are going to be seeing a consolidation happening right after the bullish news happens, which it looks like is what we're going through right now. And we're still seeing about a 99% chance that the Fed is going to continue with their pause in the next meeting, which is coming up in about 4 days. So nothing is really changing. And I guess we're just going to have to wait for that meeting to see if Jerome Powell says anything more dovish than people are expecting him. Honestly, it seems like that's the only thing we have to look forward to at this point. And maybe it's going to move the market since Donald Trump and everybody else has been saying that Jerome needs to just lower the interest rates already. But I don't honestly expect Jerome to do whatever Donald Trump is expecting him to do. And he's probably going to continue saying the same exact thing that he's been saying in the last like 9 or 10 meetings or whatever it's been up until this point. So honestly, I don't expect a change, but hopefully it's going to happen. And whenever we do see some kind of news, then hopefully there will be actually something for me to talk about here. But for now, it does look like everybody's just paying attention to the tensions that have continued to rise in the Middle East and things like politicians being gunned down by an impersonator of a police officer and the so called No Kings protests that are happening on the same day that I guess we're seeing a military parade with the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army and Donald Trump's birthday. The world just keeps getting crazier and crazier, and even with all of this stuff going on, it's not enough to move the market to any significant degree. And it just seems like everybody's numbed to all of the news that's been going on. And if nobody even cares about all of the World War III rumors and the military parades or whatever the heck is going on, then I don't think they're going to have time, especially to care about crypto until, like I said, hopefully some kind of really great, huge news comes out that'll send us back to the upside. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What is it actually going to take for things to start moving? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But most importantly, don't forget to do only good every day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.